Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Do your own research. Grandpa's just entertaining, that's all. Like, share, and subscribe. Grandpa likes it if you like, share, and subscribe and stuff like that. So I'm going to get my chart, hopefully, to go on my blinking. And hopefully it will work again. It worked the last time. So we will see. Hopefully you can see my mouse on this 5-minute chart. But Grandpa's going to talk for a little bit here before he goes into the chart and stuff. Why is the blinking important to go along with the candles? It can keep you from jumping out on some of these bear flags. If you know where there's a place of substance up above, you're less likely to jump out when you've got a run going up. And like if you know it's going to 280, why not let it run for you? And instead of jumping out on a bear flag all the time on your charts. So whether it's Grandpa's Japanese candles, which are the prettiest, or any candle chart, they put the bear flags in to try to get you to leave your position early, oftentimes in either direction. And the blinking really helps. At least it helps Grandpa with that, and I believe it will help you with it too as time goes along and you see that it really works. In Tesla today we had a high of 261.86. Unbelievable. They outperformed the S&P and the NASDAQ both, and both of them were up substantially. We had a low in Tesla of 247.60 today. This was an opportunity to make some money today, guys. Let's see. Grandma's in the money. Yeah, Grandma's in the money. She bought. Just think 260 where we did our substance. They went through that a while back here. Well, we're back above it. Heading towards 263. It's going to be fun to see what these guys do. The news that came out supposedly was some Fed guy come and said that he didn't think we were going to see another rate hike. However, just a few minutes ago on Bloomberg, they said that they didn't see any clear reason why this market should go up. And they're the ones that tell us that the Fed guy said that. So who knows? Remember who makes the news. Remember Grandpa's opinion on who makes the news for us to watch. So Tesla closed up at 261.29, outperformed everybody, surprised Grandpa considerably, and but I'm still sticking to my story that I think we're going to see that 230, 225 before we see 280. We will see. And either way is a place of substance. Will they go to 225? Will they go to 230? Absolutely, they're going to go there. Grandpa just don't know when for sure. Are they going to go to 280 and beyond? Absolutely. Well, Tesla's going to go right past the moon on its way to Mars. I'm bullish on Tesla. Don't worry about that. In SPY today, we had a high of 425.42, a low of 420.56. And it closed at 424.66. I hope I said it right for a change. So, like I say, I'll move my mouse around so you know I'm alive. See that? I'm moving the mouse. And we have a buy signal still in the 5-minute. Oh, Murphy's barking. We have a buy in the 15-minute. I'm going to go through a little bit of the blinking today. Pre-market, the market makers were buying it down at 224.70 pre-market. Gee, that's right by 225, where we have a place of substance. And they bought during the regular hours a little bit at medium amount at that 235.81 times 1. That's 100 shares per blink. They bought quite a bit at, these are the market makers, they bought quite a bit at 241 times 1 today. They're buying down there in advance, and they will go there. Don't worry about that. It's only a question of when. 248.50, they bought a bunch in that area. 247, actually, the 248.50 area, they loaded up a bunch of shares times 1 out of range, and they have to return there to match them up and fill them out. But they've already committed to them, in Grandpa's humble opinion. So after hours, they were buying at 239.58 times 2 for a while, and but it didn't slow this bus down, that's for sure. And currently still they are buying a little bit at 243.29 times 1. That's the only thing on the screen currently on the buy side. And if it's blinking once a minute, it's probably about it at most. On the sell side, let me go through that. After hours, just for the fun of it, they're not doing it right now, but they just did a little bit at 314, 268.13 times 1, and they still have that up, and it's just functioning. They are blinking it. They're shorting at 268.13, and that's what's currently pulling us up after hours, and it's what's been pulling us up for a long time already, right in that range. 264.65 times 1 is what they used most of the time to pull us up throughout the day, shorting at 264.65, 100 shares per blink. So on the sell side for the market makers, what they do. Pre-market, they were shorting some at 254. Well, they sure blew through that. 261.10, pre-market, they were shorting, and I believe they blew through that too. 260.24 times 1 in regular hours, and they blew through that too. 264.65 times 1, they didn't blow through that yet. And they were shorting there. Now it's within the darn range, but back then it was $8, $10, $12 from the range. Let's see. What's of relevance? $270.50 times 1 shorting. And I'll move my mouse just so you know I'm still alive. See, I'm alive. And I'll do my candle charts for you guys shortly here. And there again, I already did the aftermarket was the 314 just briefly. And the 268 is still, it's taking turns blinking with shorting at the 263 across, or 268, I'm sorry, across from the 243, which is buying. But we're going up there. They're shorting more than they're buying at the moment. Them are the only two numbers on the screen. So let's do candles here. And we'll make it quick. Oh, I got it on the. I'll go to the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart. After hours, we have a reversal signal that says it might go down here in the 5-minute chart. That's exactly what this is. You got the bigger candle, engulfed by it. Grandpa thinks we're going to move sideways for a while. It's a sell signal. How far? Wait, before I say that, I need to know the time. Time. Where'd the clock go? I need a clock. Oh man, Grandpa's getting old. Um, 4:19. Yeah, it's a red candle. We only got 1 minute left of that candle. So it is a sell signal in the 5 minute, but that could be good for $1, $5, or $7. Okay, let's go to the 15 minute, and we're in Tesla. Tesla is still a buy signal in the 15 minute chart currently, and no good reason to get out of it until you see a red candle. If you don't see a red candle, stay in it. Okay, 30 minute, we are in a buy signal. Look at this run. Wow. We had a buy signal down here at 4 in the morning, never left Dodge. You don't want to jump out on an indecision candle when you're going up. Don't get them to sell your shares early. It's a tough game. I've had people come and practice trading and pick up $1,000 or $1,400 or whatever in a day, doing candles and whatnot. But when you go to do your candles, it looks so easy, but it's so not easy. It is. It's a tough game. It really is. What chart am I on? 30 minute. Okay. So the hourly chart. Look at this beautiful thing. Here again, if you're running this hourly chart, until you get a red candle for sure, and that means it's got to be 45 minutes into that candle, until then you don't sell. You keep it. That's and then you make the most money. Everybody wants to always second guess it, including Grandpa. Here in the 4-hour chart, which I don't like, and you know that, we have a buy signal, obviously. We have two of the prettiest green candles you'll ever see. Let's go to the daily. Daily is done for the day, so they're not gonna, they don't add to it even after hours. So in the daily, we absolutely are in a buy signal at this point. Even the hull has turned white and is turning uphill. And you can make that moving average, hull moving average, whatever colors you want. It's just easier on Grandpa's eyes to have it pretty. I like pretty lines. I like pretty candles. And if I want to look at trend lines, I go to the professionals on the other YouTube channels. There's 3-4 of these guys that are really good at charting. They are so good at charting trend lines that they can put trend lines on top of trend lines, I tell you what. And they're good at it. And does it help Grandpa? Yes. It helps keep me in check so that I don't do something stupid. Grandpa doesn't want to do anything that's not smart as Grandpa, which don't got to be that smart. But anyway, in the daily here, we have a buy signal currently. Look at that pretty candle. How big is that candle? Let's see, 247.60 to 261.90. That's a good sized candle for a daily candle. Oh boy. Weekly, let's look at the weekly, see if we still have a sell signal. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh, we got an indecision candle and it's changed. The hull is changing over to a buy in the weekly. Ooh. That means that this thing here, this sell signal, could have been just a bear flag, a one candle bear flag, and this thing might just change and continue up, because we had our sell signal back here in the weekly, And we got a sell. It went down enough for you to make $50 or whatever, $40 for sure, and then she reversed up, and she's sailing. She's given us, even in the moving averages, turning up with us. So that's the weekly and Tesla. And each day that goes along, I'll explain a little more about these candles and how Grandpa sees them working. And hey, let's look at the minute chart just for the fun of it. Here's the 1 minute in Tesla. Yeah, and keep in mind, you get a candle every minute. But the problem with the minute is usually you get so many reversal signals that you're in and out, in and out, in and out all the time, even with the 5 minute. But I've made a lot of money trading that minute chart. I'll clue you in that. But you got to be right on top of it. You got to be able to trade in and out. You need a margin account. You got to have all that garbage to trade it properly. But yeah, you can. And there the blinking is not of a whole lot of help. If you're going to do like the 30 minute, the hour, or the daily, the blinking is huge for you because it will give you some stability to stay in your trade so that you don't get scared out of your trade. You know, you don't want to get scared out of your trade. Because you're sitting on a winner and you turn it into a loser. That's not no fun, you know. We're going to look at SPY here quick. SPY mirrors the S&P 500, which was up today too, but Tesla outdid them all, by the way. So look at these pretty candles in 5 minute. We got a sell signal up here, and by George, look at the wick on that thing. But it pushed it back up. Looks like they're running sideways after hours, which is normal. Normal. Okay, so 15 minute, really, other than this red candle, we're still in a buy signal in this thing. After hours is a rough deal because it's going nowhere, usually real fast. Sometimes it does though. Currently, all our blinking has disappeared off the screens, so I think we're going to mellow out here maybe and move sideways because they don't have anything shorting of substance. They don't have anything shorting, period, out of range on either side right now, buy or sell. 30 minute and SPY, absolute buy signal still. Hourly is going to be a buy signal. Hull says buy. Don't jump your positions till you get a real red candle if you're going up. Take your money, take your profit. It's hard to get. 4 hour, hey, we finally got a good buy signal in the 4 hour chart. Even the hull is turned white down here on the bottom, and man, maybe Grandpa's wrong. Maybe we're going to see 275, 280 before we see 230 and 225. I don't know for sure. I just think we're going to see 230 and 225 before we see 280. I just don't know for sure. Let's look at the daily and SPY. The daily and SPY says sell. That's another good reason why we might see 225 and 230. The daily is much stronger than the 4 hour, much stronger than the hourly. You know, an hourly candle usually is 5 to 7, maybe $10. The 4 hour can be 10 to 15, $17 up, but this daily, being a sell signal still, until you get a green candle in this thing, you don't turn tail. That's just the way it is. And that's a candle that can move. It can have $30, $40 in one candle. Or 20 at least. But well, let's for the fun of it, let's look at a good sized candle. So this candle here, 247.50 to 254. So about $7, about a $7 candle. $7 to $8 is but I've seen them up to 20 in one candle. For the size of them in the daily. The weekly, I've seen $100 candles in the weekly candle. I'm going to make it a little bit so you can see back in time. I think this candle right here was a $100 candle back over where they had the high of the. So 462 to 479, 62 to 79, what is that, $30, $40? I wish Grandpa could add and subtract. Am I in the weekly? Yep. 462, 72. Oh, that's $12 candle. Here's a big one down here. And that one is 362. The top of it is 405. So we're looking at $37 candle. Just to give you an idea. And here again we have in SPY. Oh, I was thinking we were looking at Tesla. Grandpa's so crazy. I forgot we were looking at SPY. Okay, so here we have sell signal in SPY in the weekly. It's massive sell signal. That thing could take you down to $350, $300 if it plays out. So that's reality there. Hey, just for the fun of it, let's look at NIO. That's a car maker, electric car maker, and it's a cheap stock, inexpensive to play. Doesn't mean you'll make money on it. $8 something per share. So it's long ways from playing with $200, $250 shares. But Grandpa doesn't know enough about NIO to know anything about are they solid? Are they a solid company? That sort of thing. How solid are they? Do a little bit of research. You can see down here, this thing has been down to the $8.48 range, and up at the top, we're up at $8.85. So 40 cents in this thing is 40, 50 cent range move is a big deal compared to what we're dealing with in Tesla, where it moves $10 to $20 per day. Here you're looking at 50 cents to $1 move. That's going to make you your money. So it's a totally different game, but the candles work the same in NIO that they do in any of these charts. Here's the 15-minute. Looks like this is going to be a bear flag because we still have a buy signal in that. Here again, we're going into after hours. We when this candle gets to be 30 minutes, near 30 minutes old, if that's a red candle, if it stays red, and we don't know that yet, then you have a sell signal. Otherwise, you're still going up. Okay, up, and away. So it's too early to sell it in that candle. The hourly, we have a buy signal in NIO yet. No reason to sell it. And don't sell it until you get a red candle. Then you will do well. 4 hour, we have, hey, they finally gave me a real buy signal in the 4 hour chart. I love it. Right here, this one's engulfed into it, the next one's green, and another one's green, and you would buy when you found out this candle was green, so you get in right away on this one, and you're on your way up. That's how the game is played. And this is NIO. Let's see. Let's do the daily. Oh man, this might be a good buy signal. We got a buy signal here, and it just went up, and it's after hours now, just moving sideways with these red candles. I'm sorry. This candle's complete for the day. It's an indecision candle, but we got hulls telling us it's a buy. This was a buy signal, but it went up. Okay. Oh, man. It's down towards, pretty far down on the range. As you can see, it's in the near past, it went up to $16, 16.18. And this daily has the power to move this bus right up there. If you consider that this is probably a bear flag, would I run with it? I don't know. I'm not going to. Because in the weekly, they are a sell signal. Big time. Hardcore sell. Been a sell since when it was $66, almost $67 down to here. Look at this downward progression. What was the date back here? Wow. What was the date back here? It was 1/11/21. 1/11. That's like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, this thing's been going down predominantly. What do you think it's going to continue doing? I don't know. Probably going to continue going down with this weekly signal. Hard to tell, though. You just, when you get the signal it's going to go up in a big way, you get on the bus. And then hopefully you get a long runner, which would really be nice to get for a change. Here and there you want to have one that treats you right. You know, everything treats Grandpa right. Grandpa's just, well, I've got direction. What's it say again in, what was it? Let me see. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So if you got the Lord directing your path, excuse me, you got direction, and that would include the direction of your life, the direction of your candles. If the Lord's on your side, you're going to be a winner. That's my opinion. That's Grandpa's opinion, and it's a fact. If you got the Lord on your team, you're in good shape. And he's way better to Grandpa than he should be, in Grandpa's humble opinion. Okay, in the 5 minute, we have a sell signal in QQQ. That's supposed to mirror NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ was up today substantially, as you can see. It ran up, and away. 15-minute chart, we currently have a sell signal, a reversal signal is what I should say. It's reversing downward. Look at this run up. Started in pre-market, and away it went. Just like everything else today. 30-minute, still got a buy signal in the 30-minute. Until you see a red candle, if you're trading the 30-minute chart, until you see your first red candle, you're supposed to stay in it. I wanted to sell up here. Oh, but you might get to sell up here. Who knows? I'm just telling you what you're supposed to do, not that you got to do it. Okay, so here in the hourly, beautiful buy signal down here on the bottom pre-market. And anywhere you got in here, you're going to make a killing. Don't get out on an indecision candle. They throw this indecision candle in here to get you to bail out of your position. Don't sell your long position on an indecision red candle. I'm going to keep preaching that. And listen to Grandpa when he talks about the blinking. It'll help stabilize your brain. It stabilizes Grandpa's brain. So we have a buy signal in the hourly and QQQ. Let's look at the 4 hours, see if we can get a. Now there again, we don't have we have a buy signal, but it's dirty. It's not a clean. It's not engulfed. It's got nothing good going for it. That's why Grandpa keeps complaining about the 4-hour chart. They don't want to give you a decent signal ever. I don't like signals that aren't decent. The hull's coming with a green deal. I mean, obviously, we have 2 green monster candles. Obviously, it went up. But you wouldn't know that it was going to do that by anything they're telling you. That's why Grandpa don't like the 4-hour. But if it does give you a signal, then then Grandpa's happy. Then Grandpa's more happier. So in QQQ in the daily, we have, oh man, we're moving sideways. I wouldn't buy that. I went short up here. That's a sell signal all day long. This is a good sell signal right where I'm moving my mouse. And if you went with it and didn't get faked out by this green one, and realize that you were moving sideways, you're on your way to making money in QQQ. It's a tough game, guys. I kid you not. It looks easy staying with these green candles. It's a tough game. It's a tough game to get in, and it's a tough game to get out. So QQQ. Oh, man, we're looking at the weekly here. Each of these candles is a week, and we absolutely have a sell signal in the weekly. Big time sell signal. This candle doesn't finish till Friday, but we got a sell signal up here, and there is nothing to change it. Even the hull says sell this bus. Short term, you might get a $5 bounce or who knows what, but long term, or you could get these candles, you could get a $20 retracement and still be heading down for the long term. So keep that in mind as you're doing your trading and goofing around. I'm going to go back to Tesla and look at that quickly one last time. And if Grandpa can type Tesla. So there it is, Tesla. Oh, it's so pretty. It's beautiful. Okay, so Tesla, here we are. What chart am I on? 5 minute. It's just moving sideways, guys. And What's Grandpa think? Well, we have substance at 275 short. So that'd be your first place to potentially sell in Grandpa's opinion. But we could reverse up here at 263 and head straight down to 225. I'm just saying a place of substance in the blinking where they shorted was 275, but these guys are building up long positions. Are they done building, or is the race on now? Did they get all they wanted to go up? I don't know for sure. I don't think so. I think we're going to go down there again before we go to 280. But I could be dead wrong on that. They could go to 280 and up into the 300s and then go to 225. That's possible also. So, what will they do? Let's look at the daily again. Let's look at the weekly again in Tesla. The weekly looks like we might be turning upward. We're running sideways for sure now. We got one green candle here. Could it be just a minor bull flag that brings us up to 275? Yes. Or even close to 280 area? No problem. And then continue its downward progression. I mean, look at this. The trend is down for almost 2 years. It goes right through 280, right on the button. The trend line runs through 280. You can watch these chart expert guys, and they'll tell you that trend line runs for 2 years back through 280. And that's where exactly Grandpa's screaming that we got them shorting. Are they going to go there? You bet your life they're going to go. Well, bet somebody's life, not mine. Grandpa likes to be careful. Be patient. Be patient. This is sure a lot of fun. Nobody should have as much fun as Grandpa, and I hope that you're having fun also. Grandpa wants you to do well. I really do. And yeah, we have a cell signal, but she's turning sideways on us. I don't even know what to say about this. We could take and turn tail and head up in a big way. And especially they're goofing around up there all the time at the 300 range. But I think we'll get some blinking up that way in a big way before they make their final move. So will they let Grandpa know in advance? Absolutely. I wish they'd let me know more in advance what they're doing right here. But so we're back to, on the blinking part, we're back to looking at 225, 230 on the buy side. Hope you bought some at 239. Grandpa bought a bunch at 238.77. Why did I get them at 238.77? Because 238.77, I like sevens. Great, Grandpa likes sevens. And so it just lucked out that I got a bunch there. And I sold some of them too early. Grandpa always sells some too early. But I figured when you're up quite a bit, you should take some profit. Even though I didn't wait for 275, Grandpa took a little profit, and I'll take more when we get up there. Okay, I better quit this thing. How long have I done this crazy live stream? Oh, not too bad. Okay, God bless you. All good things are from the Lord, and we'll see you Lord willing, tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.